Welcome to the Underdog. It is pretty much your all-in-one sports app. Everything you need as a budding sports fan to kind of stay in the loop. So this brings us to our timeline feed, which is pretty much everybody you follow. And to follow somebody, you can just search their name. Clicking on this star allows their information to be in your feed, and then you can turn on notifications. And if they are on it, for example, if you look up an athlete and they're on a team, clicking the team's logo will bring up the page for the team. So you can look at individual scores and see the comments and the highlights for that game. You can also see highlight clips and read some articles about athletes or teams that you follow. Also in the timeline feed, you have your calendar. And in your calendar, you can look at a monthly view, or you can click and look day by day. And you can also expand the individual events to see the details for that. You can remove events, and you can also add events. So after adding this event, that brings us to the end of our timeline feed. So we can go over to the announcements. So the announcements are pretty much any breaking news as we have up top, and then you got your news feed down at the bottom. And here's just what an example would look like of an expanded article. And also in this announcements feed, you can search for athletes and you can look at their history. This is a little bit more in depth than searching from the timeline feed. This is their entire history. And you can click on any of the icons and it'll bring you to the sports individual page, or via the announcements page, you can click on the menu and it'll drop down a bunch of sports, and you can also access it through there. So for soccer, you can read about the general information. You got rules and positions as well. And this brings us to our live feed. So live is pretty much just any live streams. You can choose to filter by sport, or you can expand an individual article. And since this is a live game, we can also leave a comment. And then we've got the live map feature, which shows all the events going on in your area. Lastly, we have the game scan feed. Here's where you can scan pretty much any game that's going on right in front of you, and it'll recognize the game that you're watching, and it'll provide you with some information about players or positions, where you can just click on one of these little pop-ups, and here we got the position, and we've also got the athlete. So that's all for the Underdog.